Good evening, folks. Good evening, Alex. Since you hopped on with a quickness. Uh, I am Frank, the Cuban Sherpa with the Rapscallion Brigade. Your new Tuesday slot, since Dave and Molly and the Zantetsuken show is no longer going to be the regular Tuesday. One of the pluses is at least they were able to finish Final Fantasy VIII, so you do get a fresh game starting on Tuesday. Howdy, Molly. Or Molly. So let us rock and roll. Just in case.
It's agony to dream like this.
I did start a new game earlier just to make sure everything ran nicely and that we weren't just totally winging it when we started today.
Hey, doggy! Catch! Private Wyatt, good kid.
See you on the flip side, Captain.
General Death's Head is nearer to us now than he's been in years. We eliminate the General. We cut the head off the Kraut war machine.
That's him, isn't it? That's Death's Head!
Help me make a choice.
I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday so far.
You would have me dissect.
Thought I'd seen it all, but I've never seen true cruelty.
Mine was a little
Till now.
crappy on the work side, but I was looking forward to punching Nazis, so you know, I had a good evening to end it at least.
Tak, panie doktorze.
W takim razie trafi do zakładu psychiatrycznego.
You love Wolfenstein. Well, I was contemplating
Her name is Anya.
playing the series backwards.
It's 1960.
So, you know, starting with
USA, they
Wolfenstein
surrendered 12
2
years ago when Nazi
and then
atom bombed
working
country.
my way all the way back to the original.
On a train to Berlin.
Ich bin Obersturmbannführer Engel. Sehr schöne arische Züge.
The resistance fighters, where are they?
B.J. Blazkowicz.
Caroline?
Blazkowicz.
If you call shitting in a bag living, they think the war is over, that we are weak, don't have the guts to oppose them. But as always,
Yeah, I kind of crappy work day.
Set.
It's kind of been a
According
crappy
to official
work
records, he's been
couple of
detained and
weeks,
sent off to a
actually.
forced labor camp.
You said wrong.
I'm not sure yet.
We
What do
just
you
had a
mean?
lot of work to do the week prior,
Does your
and that
shit.
kind of,
Source
it
of the
was
Nazi technology. I'm here to rescue
unexpected
you. I
work,
hope your
so
father
that kind of
will
set
sleep
back the work that I had planned pretty much by a week.
Be safe out there.
no one leaves my camp.
Max Haas! Mr. Max.
Max doesn't like violence. He doesn't want to see anyone get hurt.
Das Yichud is an ancient, mystical society. We invent things.
The technology, the development. Das Yichud is centuries ahead of anything you've ever seen or imagined.
Take us back to Berlin, Blazkowicz.
I think your old friend Frau Engel is leading the attack. Death's Head must have promoted her for her actions at the labor camp. You know what you have
It's actually been an incredibly long time since I played Wolfenstein The New Order.
Get inside the compound, fast as
Actually,
you
when
can.
I built my current PC in its first iteration, New Order was actually the very first game I played and I beat on it.
Captain, we are in position. The nuclear cannon is armed. Permission to fire?
You're clear.
That's right. I know you guys are getting slammed with snow. I think like the Northeast had a nor'easter going on. I remember seeing Washington D.C. had like wind advisories and they closed a bunch of stuff. So weather has definitely been a little nuts.
Look everywhere! Blazkowicz!
Your father won't be home tonight. Business over in Dallas. Oh, my boy. He hurt you so bad. Just rest and heal. I have soup and porridge. Which one would you like?
There is soup.
Go on, Captain, make a choice for me.
Is that an old-fashioned? No, it is not an old-fashioned. Um, I was just curious because I have like very little rum left in this bottle, and I had a cola champagne, and I was curious to see what it tasted like. It's actually not too horrible. It's not great. Um, it's probably worse than Josh's Dr. Pepper concoctions.
Go on, Captain, make a choice for me.
Oh man, I don't remember who I saved. In New Order.
So stubborn, Captain Blazkowicz.
Anyone have a preference? Who do we want to sacrifice? Do we want to kill Wyatt? Do we want to kill Fergus?
I wonder which will prevail, your stubbornness or my patience. The task is simple, really. You need only look to the one
Wyatt,
who would have me
Fergus.
choose. I await your selection.
I'm going with Wyatt.
Go on, Captain, make a choice for me.
Alright, I will.
Anya, what is it? I see him. Caroline, this way. William. Oh, my stupid man. Did you think we would just leave you in here?
Oh, Jesus fucking
I'm sorry.
That's not good. Get him in the helicopter.
Dude, looks like his head has been caved in on the side there.
Blessing. To have finished the work I was put on this earth to do. Surrounded by
You're
friends
debating
that
drinking? Well, I mean, if you have the availability and it's been a shitty week, nothing wrong with getting a drink and unwinding a bit.
Yes, madam.
He's bleeding out. Go faster.
and the great warmth washing over me. I think the sky's on fire.
Caroline, he's dying. Press. He's turning blue.
Babate, we'll need a gurney and a hangar bay. ETA 90
Death at the gates again. Howling my name. Come on in, old buddy.
What's going on, John? Yeah, I think, doesn't everyone get royally beat up in this game in general? Oh, I got a pupper.
Show you something, Billy. My father told me
Therapy pupper.
if I ever had a son, I should give this to him. It is an engagement ring. It has been with our family for 8 generations.
Pupper wants the ring.
Can you imagine that, Billy? It is what they call an heirloom. When you meet someone special, you will place this ring on her finger.
Character's mom was Jewish. I guess that's not too much of a surprise with a last name like Blazkowicz.
Do not tell your father about this ring. He will take it. He does not know about it. You know how he is.
Mother, am I acquitted? Was I righteous and just? Good enough to witness the awe of heaven?
Fair enough.
You have no idea.
Actually, I guess he would have gotten Blazkowicz from his father's side, right? And I don't think his father is Jewish.
Oh, no. Mother, I'm going to hell.
Pull, Bombate. I'll have to cut most of his intestines out.
Whatever it takes, Dad, please.
Stay with us, Blazkowicz. You fight through this, and I promise you.
You're a little Jewish.
Everything will be all right.
It's funny. She didn't look Jewish.
Now, and I listen up. You fucking too. Round everyone up and line up over here by the sick bay. Fucking on your bar. Martin, yeah. Yes. I need light.
Stay down, keep quiet, he's coming.
Sophia, he in there? Sophia, out of my way.
He does not deserve this. You know he does not.
Don't bullshit me.
Hiding in the
I saw
closet with
him
Pupper.
her.
He's young. He likes her. He does not know better.
He knows goddamn well not to spend time with some dirty little nigger girl.
I will not let you hurt my son.
He kind of looks like Kurt Russell a
You
bit.
have no idea what it's like to suffer like I do. Oh, Sophia, every day I'm out there busting my ass, tooth and nail, getting screwed out of my earnings left and right, humiliating myself just to keep the business alive. I saw them two together, Sophia. Getting sweet with each other under the poplar tree. This cannot happen! I have worked too hard for too damn long to lose my reputation because my boy is sweet on some nigger.
We cannot live like this. I cook, I clean, I tend to the stables, to the field. You are not the only one struggling, Rick.
Big nose, short, hairy family members, and then you towering at 6'3".
You're behind in everything.
Did I solve
3 months behind
Nazis?
in utility. All the money my father invested, you have
Jesse.
You were playing with fire, Sophia. What are you doing? I am not the man you want to mouth off to.
And you are not the man I married. I married a man who would never let his family go hungry. So help me. I will not let you hurt my son.
You shut your damn mouth before I shut it for you. What is it with you damn Jews? Have all the answers, do you? Smart mouth, goddamn.
Maybe John is hairless.
I married you. I figured you
Like those
but you
the
just a damn
Sphinx cuts.
millstone, sticking your nose into my business instead of handling your own. If you can't raise a boy right, I'll do it for you.
Get away!
You ungrateful bitch!
Aw. This is so fucked up.
Hiding in the closet. Make me sick to look at you. Get your ass over here. Keep 'em coming, candy ass. Can't throw worth a... That all you got, boy? You are so goddamn weak. They're gonna pick on you, they will break you, they will make you eat dirt. And what are you gonna do about it? You can't fight to save your life. Well, at least I can teach you how to take it.
Slow your breathing, Blazkowicz. Recover your strength. Big plans are in motion. The tides are turning. The Kreisau circle is rising. I will need you.
It's a little
by my
sad.
side when we make our move.
Hi, Kendra. Thank you for the brief pop-in.
Can you feel the kicking?
I was not anticipating animal and domestic abuse when I signed up for shooting Nazis.
Bessie, dinner time.
Yes, absolutely kick some volleyball ass.
Yeah, you good girl. Yes, Bessie, you such a good girl. You ain't going nowhere. Whimper all you want. In life, you got to make hard decisions. And sometimes, you got to punish the animals out there. It's kill or be killed.
Not appreciating
old and
the
weak
direction
are
this is
doomed.
going.
All manners of scum and sickly minds and dirty bodies and cockroaches doing everything in their power to rob the white man of what he's earned. It's on us to straighten out the queer. It's on you. Finger on the trigger. That's right.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Now, shoot her.
No.
Shoot her!
Gonna shoot the damn pupper. There, shoot the wall.
You are so feeble, just like your mother.
Oh, he still shot the dog. What an asshole.
Just remember, my boy. It will end better than
Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. Isn't that what Joseph has been playing recently?
Who is that? Is that me? Is that me?
Yeah, man, I agree. That is Not cool to be doing shit like that.
The old and the weak are doomed.
In feature for additional information about the direction distance to your next zone of interest, as well as a reminder about your current mission objective. Activate hint. I don't want to activate a hint. Huh. Alrighty. Yeah, I can just wheel around now.
It's you. Take this. They're looking for you. Oh shit! Here they come.
This is our U-boat now, Nazi. You ain't getting it back.
And I am the baddest dude on 2 wheels right now. I think in New Order you start off kind of like slouched over and like almost crawling to places. I guess now they took it a step further and now you're just in a wheelchair to start it off. The whole game is Splatoon with girls in bathing suits and water guns. I think Senran Kagura is the one that got a VR version of it done, which is as perverse as it sounds. Because if the game's creepy factor, you know, wasn't bad enough already. Can I jump? Oh, you can, sort of. You can make your wheelchair hop. I guess I can't go up the stairs. Careful you did not pick baby mode. No, my I'm not questioning my manhood now because I picked easy mode. Yes, Galgun also has a VR mode. I like that he doesn't just, you know, it actually takes time for him to, you know, because he's wheeling around and he puts the gun down, so he's got to actually pick it up. It's not just immediate badassery.
Freeze! Do not move a muscle until I say it's okay, alright? Alright? Don't give it past wind. Back weights will turn you into mush. You don't want to be mush. Shimshin, do you? Okay, wait. Okay, now, come to me.
I'm coming.
Be careful, the floor is very wet.
Yes.
The system is working. Come. Come.
Slippery when wet. Showing his nuts to air, buddy.
Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3. I'll be those MVP.
Amazing, Drac. Now, Mr. Blazkowicz, I'm very happy to see you awake. Not so happy to
Anya,
see you out of bed.
where is she?
Last time I saw her, she was with Caroline defending the cell platform elevator.
Then point me in that direction, Seth.
Ingrid, you know how long you've been in bed? 5 months. Your body is broken. You understand? Your kidneys are failing. You might have difficulties to urinate, to use your schmeckle, to do many
No
other
time
things.
for this, just tell me.
Hindered schmeckle use.
Frau Engel, she's been hunting for you. She's been moving heaven and earth, and today she found you. Nazis breached the U-boat.
I love how people just keep dying in the background.
I was separated from the others.
I have to go.
No, Hackman is the
Heather.
Seth, help me find the sail platform elevator.
You are such an action. You are such an action. Okay. Now, there are many Nazis between here and the sail platform elevator, but I set several traps. I didn't have the
I still
time to
remember,
activate
John, when you
them,
said
but
that
this is a map to show you where the traps
that
are.
one of your kids said that he enjoyed the strip club and he plans to visit them again.
Be careful. Try not to get killed if you don't mind. Off you.
This is what happens when you tell a Ravenclaw, I need you to make sure nobody goes through the hall.
Got that backwards, lady. I'm hunting you.
No man, I'm already digging the build-up on this song. My traps did not kill as many people as I had hoped.
Caroline.
Other guys' traps were a hell of a lot better.
You do what you have to do to keep everyone alive till I get there.
Oh man. Woo! Oh, wait. I saw health somewhere. Damn it. Where is health? Health. Definitely don't want to walk that way. Hold to inspect. The world condemns murder of General Strauss. During a televised broadcast yesterday transmitted worldwide, the beloved Führer addressed the death of the great General Wilhelm Strauss following a terrorist attack at his research center on the Baltic coast last week. General Strauss is not just known for his humanitarian work and scientific discoveries, which helped the glorious Reich in its effort to liberate the world from tyranny. He was also a dear friend of the Führer. While our beloved Führer was visibly shaken by the tragic event, he remained characteristically determined to punish the terrorists who orchestrated the loathsome attack. Make no mistake, this is an attack on all of us, the people of the Greater Reich trying to live in peace, proclaimed the Führer. We will find these hateful murderers, we will hunt them down, and we will put them to justice. Oh, did Josh pop? Oh, yep, Josh! Howdy, dude. Says even when Hitler won, he kept the facilities handy capable. I know. Well, I mean, I did go down the stairs in a very, like, Disney-like fashion. I don't want to go that way. Can I destroy this? Yes. Okay. Oh. Alright. Okay, so maybe there was another box here, which is where I saw the, I keep hoping for that health, but Alright, I guess it's probably time to turn off all the traps. It's a trap! You were worried that number 6 was coming. Oh no, John. You definitely do not need a number 6 right now. Can I reactivate this? There you go. Well, I know one way I'm not going this time. I shall return, ladder. Okay, maybe I guess I gotta... Can I sprint? Yes, I can sprint in my wheelchair. Alright. Oh, I was already here. Turn around. I mean, that's the way I would need to go. Ah. Aha! That is amazing. Just ride the cog up to the second floor. Oh, howdy, Brian. I guess I'll just pour out what's left of the rum. A Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't know if I could do Diet Dr. Pepper. About 7 years ago, I wrote and edited a commercial for a video game controller marketed toward quadriplegic people. Don't think I even recall seeing that kind of controller. I remember there was one for people who were, who did have issues that it made some of the, I think like the triggers or the shoulder buttons more accessible, mapping more things to the shoulder buttons or whatnot. That looked really interesting, but then it wound up becoming just a massive sham. I think Penny Arcade had a whole saga with the with that dude. Up we go. Soldat Oscar's note. Commandant Fisher. I know you're busy, but I think we need to have an emergency fallback plan should a terrorist attack happen. I'm sure you've seen the reports, read the articles, seen the speech General Strass gave the other week. That insane American is wreaking havoc wherever he goes. What happens if he comes here? Is there somewhere on the ship we could take refuge? I think we must look into this. Oscar is about to get his world fucked by a man in a wheelchair. Oh, 35 bits! Ben! What an amazing way to enter the stream. Thank you, man. Can you imagine trying to play something like Getting Over It with your tongue? My god. I have a hard enough time trying to picture just playing Getting Over It in general, let alone with my tongue. One kid watching Frank now. Alright. Well, is it the one that plays GTA Online? Alright, I'm just gonna bum rush this guy. Ah! Oh, he jumped out. At this point, I kind of wish the whole game stays with you in the wheelchair, because this is pretty awesome, man. It makes me think of, I don't know if you guys ever watched a show on Comedy Central called Drawn Together, but there was an episode where Captain Hero is wheelchair bound. Like a guy with a colostomy bag squishing Nazi skulls. Alright, going down again. Woo! Oh, he's not dead yet. What traps am I turning on here? Ah, okay. Nope. Oh, I guess I can't go that way, okay. It was a spoof of Christopher Reeve, exactly. Clone High. I don't know if I ever saw Clone High. Christopher Walken. That is so fucked up. Oh shit! Ah! No! My wheels! Shit, still alive.
Back in the saddle, old man. Ignore the pain. Find a way to reverse the belt and get up to the sail platform elevator.
Ah, I did not notice that one. Alright. Let's make sure I don't walk that way. Who is this Terror Billy anyway? I'm digging the name Terror Billy. Should be a second one, right? He wasn't just talking to himself. Yeah, there's a third. Blazkowicz is damn impressive in strafing with a wheelchair man. No, anniversary gift. Ladies will definitely steer you in the right direction. While playing Metroid Prime, you will come across logs of the space pirates freaking out about Samus. I do remember that, and it's been a very, very long time since I've played Metroid Prime, but I remember just the lore in the game was a ton of fun. They really knew how to get you immersed into that world. I never got to play through Metroid Prime 2. I had started it, never followed through in terms of actually progressing. Which means I sure as hell did not play Metroid Prime 3 beyond, I think, like, just testing that a burnt disc of the game worked when I started learning how to mod my original Wii. But with the announcement of Metroid Prime 4, I definitely have an excuse to go back and play through that series. Which I probably should. Just make sure I didn't miss anything over here. Environment kills. I didn't even do anything, but I guess the traps I had set up. Drunk History, I watched a couple episodes of that, and I did enjoy it, but I normally wound up watching it really late at night. Couldn't get through it. Oh, shit! Ah! Fucking Nazis, man. Trying to catch up on the chat. A morph ball that didn't work. The Nazi almost caught you monologuing. The Reich has no time for fan interaction. Hey, what do I get for 10 of 10? Nothing but a fancy meter that goes up, I guess. No. Want to? No, that's what I expect. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Chryso? Chryso Rebel M's journal? We're all going to die. I can feel it. No sleep for days. Dreams have become fragmented, violent, strange. Helen's face crops up every time. Bloody half of it missing. Wake up screaming, no sleep. Fuck sleep. First time writing since forever. Maybe helps clear my mind. Stop talking to the others in the Chryso resistance. Can't stand their looks. Their voices? Safe? Inside the Nazis' own fucking boat? Sure, Blazkowicz stole it, but how can we be sure there's no spy equipment installed somewhere? No one answers, no one thinks. Caroline said I'm being too negative, asked me to contribute with positive energy to the cause. I said, fuck the cause. Humanity's done for. The Nazis won. It's over. They fucking won. Found a spot now, away from the others, making myself a home, away from the people, away from the malnourished faces and sickly stares looking back at me like kind of mirrors. Maybe it's time I sleep now, but I can't. Too afraid of my dreams. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me. Can't wait for the part of the game where they correct your grammar. That's gotta be the end game, man, because Nazi grammars, grammar Nazis are the worst. Just thinking about the person in charge of the submarine facility. Following all the OSHA regulations. Although, to be fair, I really don't think there's a whole lot of ramps, right? I mean, he was riding on a cog. He was riding downstairs. I mean, I don't think this boat is ADA compliant, but Blazkowicz is definitely making it work. Well, if he tells his teacher that, tell him it's in regards to Nazis, and that should make it all better. Alright, isn't it okay if you're saying screw them to the Nazis? Aw, Uncle Frank. Amusingly, a lot of my friends' kids, I'm Uncle Frank. And even though one of them had said that, you know, they had that they have a lot of tios, but they only have one Uncle Frank. Damn.
William, are you alright?
Show Anya you're okay. Just open the robe a little.
William, I prayed for you to wake up.
Exactly. It is okay to say fuck when Nazis are involved. Thank you, Heather.
Okay. Let's get you up.
You've gotten so fat.
Seth says we're having twins.
Not now, kinderlich. If we survive, you'll have enough time for schmoozerai. Now, let's get you outside. Onto the deck. Onto the deck.
Hold on, William.
Holy shit.
You shoot good, Max! Smile!
That is some badass armor she's got. Not against that, I guess.
hübscher Junge mit einer Waffe? Loslassen! Loslassen! Sigrun, warum atmest du so schwer?
Ich weiß nicht, Mutter.
Ah, das weißt du nicht? Die da! Abführen zum Verhör! Ja, Mutter.
Oh
Du hast die vereinbarten Leibesübungen nicht gemacht.
my god, whatever I poured is just like pure rum with just enough to give color.
Ich habe gestern ein kleines Stück Kuchen gegessen, nur ein ganz
Du
kleines.
dumme Kuh! Du bist eine Schande für deine Rasse! Und für deine Familie! Das werden die Leute sagen.
Damn man, fat shaming
Wenn du
people
in
too.
eine Klinik für Fettsüchtige kommst. Generalstochter! Das wäre eine Schande. Los, Warte herhalten! Das ist nicht mal eine Backpfanne wert. Er ist da oben. Da bin ich mir sicher. Armarsch nach drinnen! Ja, Mutter. Los, rein, Männer! Stock ihn raus. Megafon.
I like that megaphone is the same in English and in German.
Looks like I got called out.
Don't go in there, William.
Oh, they have our people.
She trapped our vessel, Anishka. What can we do? You're right here. We'll have to somehow release our U-boat once you're out there.
I can't lose you. You're weak, William. You're in no shape to fight.
I'll find a way.
She needs a vibrator.
You going to run us over with your little wheelchair?
Niederhalten! Da ist er ja. Gut. Runter mit der Rüstung.
Oh my god. I guess that's one way to take the armor off.
What a funny sight. The mastermind crawling around in her own filth. Oh,
Blaskovich, you're awake.
What's left of me? I came for you. How you holding up, Caroline?
Don't know how she found us. I fucked
Found
up
some
so
plot
much,
armor in a
tracked
crate
us
below
down.
deck.
I fucked everything up.
It's plot armor right there.
Think
The Iron Man suit.
your hero, William Joseph Blaskovich. Zieh den auf, den Krüppel!
Oh, Joseph, so that's what the J
Let me
in
tell
BJ Blazkowicz is.
You're not.
So I can
Only the
scream
degenerate rats of the
Joseph!
slum admire you.
Then I could refer to this
Filthy
game as well.
dregs, festering in the ghetto. But once they see you, this will change. I shall put you on international television. Look, everybody.
Yes, Homer J. Simpson's middle name is J. That episode when he finds out was great. It's like, I will no longer be Homer J. Simpson. I will now be Homer J. Simpson.
Useless joke you are. Loslassen. Ah, danke schön. Oh. Zieh sie am Kragen. Bow your head.
Don't be silly. The resistance does not bow.
Mutter! Sigrun! Sei still! Ich arbeite!
Ich dachte, du würdest sie freilassen.
Aber das tue ich doch. Ich befreie ihren Kopf von ihren Schultern.
Aber du hast gesagt,
Übung und du verzichtest auf den Zucker. Und was haben meine Männer in deinem Zimmer gefunden, als sie es durchsucht haben? Schokolade, Kekse, Limonade, Bonbons. Ganz abzusehen von den kranken Sachen, die du in dein Tagebuch geschrieben hast. Du willst sie befreien? Gut. Nimm. Nimm! Mach schon. Befrei ihren Kopf von ihren Schultern.
Du hast mein Tagebuch gelesen.
Lenk nicht ab! Köpfe sie! Oder du kannst dich auf was gefasst machen. Los! Los, los! Los, 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 los!
Don't do it, girl!
Sag zu!
Ich kann nicht, Mutter.
Mach schon!
Nein! Ich kann das nicht!
Ein Tagebuch. Mit Perversion und verräterischen Worten vollschmieren. Das kannst du. Einige davon waren sogar auf Englisch. Seite für Seite ergießt sich dein widerwärtiger Geist. Wenn du aufgehst wie eine dicke...
Oh shit, Derek!
Verstehst du nicht, in was für eine Lage du mich bringst?
An unexpected appearance.
Zu melden.
Du hattest kein Recht, es zu lesen.
Caroline Becker.
How you doing, buddy?
Leader of the Chrysler Circle. The criminal mastermind.
Show me some skin. That's only for subscribers, my friend.
Never give in to these people. I think not. I think you're just another. What the heck? Habt ihr das gesehen?
Jesus Christ! Fuck me!
Übermacht den Meister! Look at this! How strange! One moment she was here, and now she's gone.
Lady's really fucked up, man.
Were these eyes ever filled with a lover's gaze? See them? Kiss, kiss, kiss. Hm?
Das ist nicht komisch.
Oh, willst du auch ein Küsschen, wie du es in deinem Tagebuch geschrieben hast?
Turns out the daughter doesn't like being a Nazi. Who would have guessed? Some people aren't a fan of Nazism. Oh my god.
Zwing mich nicht.
Just her period? I guess that might explain all the blood.
Und meiner Überzeugung zu wählen. Denn du wirst verlieren. Bringt ihn her. Also an old friend of yours?
Kill you.
Mutter, bitte hör auf, es reicht.
Aus dem Weg!
Ja. Nein!
Go, Fergus! Get the plot armor! Oh man. It's like the mountain fighting the Red Viper in Game of Thrones. Yeah, it takes a while for that armor to get on. Yeah, plot armor. The daughter's absolutely not gay.
I think I got the blood stop now. Give me one good reason not to blow your brains out right fucking now. Real slow, like, well disoriented on account of the blood loss.
I can help you. I can give you information. I can tell you how to release your U-boat. Also, they escaped pods officer. I know the codes to open them.
Wait. How do we release our U-boat?
The door that leads to the controller bay. The electromagnetic tractor arms. You can deactivate them from there.
Put on the goggles. The goggles, they do nothing.
Yes.
Alright, Blasco. Head on in there. Locate the controller bay and release our U-boat. Don't think about
Oh
much
shit.
safety at the moment.
I don't think I had realized his arm got ripped off.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Shut up.
Destroy wooden crates or type. Press space to jump on a menu or press left control to perform a power slam. Alright. Yeah, look at how quickly I can run now. Alright, power slam.
Fergus. Gotta respect a guy who can lose his arm and soldier on like it's nothing.
I would not be this level-headed if my arm had just gotten chopped off. I agree. See, I feel like I missed his arm getting chopped off. I don't know what I was paying attention to, or maybe I was just trying to catch up on the chat. But just having it, next thing I know, you know, dude's missing an arm. But I'm glad I'm not the only one. Need tool to open hatch. Tool.
A lot of things you can do with a hatchet. And a Nazi.
I feel like a hatchet is one of the things I really don't need a tutorial for. It's like, use hatchet to do all sorts of other shit. Maybe even, you know, hatchet someone to death. If it weren't for his left arm, he'd be alright. It is a mighty big tool, my friend. Just gonna be swinging my tool around everywhere. Press close, perform a silent takedown. Alright, silent takedown. Is it a silent takedown with my awesome tool? Yeah, it is! Oh my god! What a vicious silent takedown. Normally you expect, you know, like, choking someone out, maybe snapping their neck.
Before you go upstairs, please watch over our people while I get this done.
Night, Derek. Thank you for hanging out, man. It's good to see you pop in right quick. These puns are getting out of hand. You say it's your only pun for the night, but I know if another one comes, you won't be able to resist, Josh. Maybe you can neck with one of them. Jack is playing too much GTA, man. I don't know if I want to neck with a Nazi. Ah, look at that. Commanders. Alright, what are the tutorials with the commanders? Can radio for reinforcements. If you manage to take out all commanders in an area without being detected, they will not be able to set off the alarm and call for backup. You move in, guns blazing, kill the commanders quickly before they have time to use their radio. Searching through commander corpses may reveal top secret and valuable information. That's what I'm talking about. What do you mean you walked away just in time? I think you missed some awesome stuff, Heather.
Like they taught us back in boot camp. Take out the commanders first.
Ah, General Engel.
That looks like a commander. Oh my god. Commandant Mannheimer. Look. A duct. So while I'm trying to be very sneaky right now, I will I'll let you guys know I am not the stealthiest of individuals. Like Metal Gear Solid 4. Oh my god. I wound up just, you know, just kind of going in guns blazing and... Come on.
Odin. Automated security system.
Oberleutnant Anselm Decker's e-post. Following the infiltration of the moon base, the Oberkommando has demanded that the main security system aboard the Osmers is to be upgraded. Several backup systems and fail-safes are to be put in place in the Odin system. Odin system is the most advanced and sophisticated surveillance system in the world. If our army's got a hold of a fraction of this technology, we would feel the repercussions for years to come. All authorization codes are to be stored at the Oberkommando central servers. General Ungel expects this to be done by the end of the week. That is on somebody's sprint tasks for this week. More inspections. Everyone, this is very important. Do not initiate the failsafe sequence for the tractor clamps for the main control room unless you get the go-ahead from command. I had to explain to General Ungel that you are not useless baboons and that you are in fact beneficial to the Reich. So if I see any one of you idiots handling the controls again without authorization, I will personally throw you into the Atlantic. Also, stop misplacing hatchets. Maybe you can bury the hatchet and be friends. Jesse is on a roll. So how'd the Nazis win in this game? Time travel, occult powers? I don't think that they did anything fancy. I think that it's just an alternate universe where they wound up, you know, beating the Allies in World War II. Oh, wait. Jewish occult unlocked ancient lost technology on a moon base. Wow, okay. There's always the moon, man. Oh, God. Oh, what was the name of that movie? Where... Oh, crap. That's gonna bother me. There was a movie where, after the Nazis were defeated in World War II, they were actually still around. They actually had a base on the dark side of the moon where the Reich was still going strong. And all I kind of remember was the Aryanator, where they turned a black man into a white guy with blonde hair. But, oh man, I can't remember the name of the movie now. See ya, John. Thank you for hanging out, man. And Jack for hopefully not swearing at his teacher tomorrow. Iron Sky. Yes. Thank you, Ben. I remember there was the trailer for Iron Sky 2 that involved Jesus on the cross, and then he ripped his arms off and had machine guns. Maintenance workers note, tractor arm status report completed, added failsafe. Tractor clamps can only be disabled from the main control room. Not another Chicago incident, please. Bolted vent covers in place. Welding was giving away, should be secure now. Added the missing fire hatchet to the emergency case in the access hallway. That hatchet is gonna come back and bite him in the ass. To do, inform engine room not to overdo the power transferal from the anti-gravity field engine. I don't want to die in a nuclear explosion. Send back numbers for the anti-gravity engine to Roswell Research Team. My god, 5:30 a.m. I do not envy you right now, John. Especially, you know, now that I work from home, I normally wake up 5 minutes before I have to log in and then just, you know, walk upstairs. If I ever get another job and I have to adjust to real life again, I don't know how well I'm gonna adjust. Oh wow, the sequel has not come out yet? I remember seeing that trailer like a really long time ago. I am amazed that it hasn't come out yet. To reach controller bay. Ladder. So if I keep going straight, take this curve. Ah! Catch it! Oh yeah. No, those are not Nazis. Opens elsewhere. Alright, so I guess a command center somewhere. Waffen. Waffen. I only question that because on I recently picked up Wolfenstein on the 360. Since actually that's probably like the only Wolfenstein you cannot get on the PC. Since it was published by Activision. And on it there is a advertisement for the unlock code for the Flammenwerfer. I don't know if it's should be a W Werfer or like a lot of German words are normally the W is like a V, so maybe it's Flammenwerfer. But either way, it is a very fun word to say. We get up at 5:30, your alarm goes off at 5. My god, so that explains why you guys are always up like way before I do. Wait, but I thought I had seen something highlighted. Now you want waffles? I don't think they're the Flammen waffles, but Flammen waffles can be pretty cool too. Luftwaffles. Your wife works from home and makes 110K a year. Yeah, man. Ben, I need your wife's job. I too work from home. We have that in common. Just hook me up. I'm not too far from you. Toy Maker opens store in Roswell. Famous toy makers. Oh my god. Colossus Spielzug? Known mostly for their elite Hans line of action figures, opened a flagship store in Roswell. Representatives of the state-sanctioned company said yesterday. Roswell has, since America was liberated, become an inspiring success story, a spokesman of the toy maker told us during a phone interview. People here are in need of places to buy things for their kids that encourage children to play in a manner that promotes loyalty to the fatherland and our beloved Führer. May he reign forever. In related news, famous supergroup Die Kaffer is in Roswell for their American Territories tour, which will end in the LA Media Tower with a performance on the Jimmy Carver Show. and will stop by the store to sign copies of their latest album and talk about their upcoming collaboration with the company for a series of collectible toy figures. Even Nazis like collecting action figures, man. Alright, let me find out where they go. She works for CVS Caremark as a senior data analyst. It's such an easy job. Man. I'm gonna have to look into this. Alright, that's what I need to get to. This is a new area, though. Now I just need to find a way to get into that room. Oh. Seniors are a valuable demographic to analyze. You're a crypto miner, John. Yes, you're the reason I cannot upgrade my video card. Even if I had the money to do so right now. Wait, am I in? Yes. Alright. Open the armory doors. Use grenade to destroy tank. How do I use a grenade again? Is it F? Yeah, it's F. Let me come over here and grab another grenade. There's a throwing hatchet on the wall. Shit. Wait, throwing hatchet is in which room? Is it in the armory? In the one that I was in with the grenades? Hey, is this it? Yes! I only have one, right? So if I throw it, I'm gonna lose it? Yeah, sometimes the chat delay can get a little crappy when you're trying to alert people to stuff. But I got the hatchet, so thank you, Ben. You can pick them up again even if you hit or miss. Sweet. So if I like throw it here. Yes. Alright.
That tank looks explosive.
No, I should not have tried to throw my hatchet at the explosive device. I did not mean to do that.
Got myself a new exit.
The left alt to enter Lima. Ah! Alarm! Let's try lead. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay. First time, oh, when I played New Order, I did it with a controller. But I have tried integrating more with the Master Race and, you know, have gone to glorious keyboard and mouse. I heard more German speak. This should be where I came from. Yep, I came from here. Music got quiet.
Caroline, I'm hurting. Will you lend me your wings?
Your house was light up on infrared like a grow house. Your GPUs have their own home. By the way, I did see, John, that you said you would sell me one at cost. I appreciate the offer. I'm actually not looking to upgrade. Yes, I have 2 throwable hatchets. I'm probably not going to be upgrading my GPU anytime soon. As much as I'd love to. I think whenever the next PC upgrade I do is, it's probably going to be my my CPU. Why is my health going down? And my GPU right now isn't horrible. It's a RX 480. So I certainly get by, you know. It's capable of running VR. You know, most stuff for running games in 1080 are fine. Like right now I'm running Wolf 2 at 1080p high settings on everything, including shadows, which I think really surprised me because when I played New Order, I had a GTX 660, and everything I was running on high for 1080p except for shadows. Shadows just like destroyed my my gameplay experience, and I had to bring that down. But I appreciate the offer. Gotta run. Alright, Heather, have a good night. Thank you for hanging around. RX 480 is great. Yeah, man. Oh shit. I did not know I could run with 2 weapons. I hit the wrong key accidentally, but this is pretty fucking awesome. RX 480 is great. Yeah, man, I certainly cannot complain. And you know, I got it when prices were pretty favorable, so you know, I've just paid the regular like $200 for an MSI RX 480, so I'm definitely happy.
That's it. Controller bay.
As a next thing, I'll probably upgrade when the funds are there for it is I'll probably look at getting a new CPU and motherboard. Switching to mobile. Go for it, Mr. Ben. Like right now, I'm CPU-wise, I'm running a 3rd generation i5. It's certainly been handling the job pretty well, man. I mean, I built this computer a long while back, and it's still trucking. But especially when, you know, I started playing with Dolphin and PC SX2, could probably use like a nice like i7 to handle emulation, and to better stream, you know, PS2 and Cube games. You feel like working your life away, so I'm not. Hey man, if you have the availability to do that, all the power to you.
Caroline, our released Eva's hammer, and I'm heading back to our people. I hate to ask. Will you stick around? So I can keep your wings a little longer.
Wow. Yeah. Laser goer. The laser goer fires a high-energy laser beam that can overheat thin sheets of metal until they melt. Metal marked with yellow chevrons indicate it can be dissolved. The laser goer can be reloaded at a charging station. The laser is not part of your inventory, but you can drop it at any time. Q to drop the laser, V to select another weapon and drop the laser. Okay. No, parents said that rich as hell but gave up a lot to get there. I mean, there are people that do that, man. I mean, there are some people who are certainly married to their jobs. And, no, I mean, there are some people that like that, which, you know, if they get satisfaction in life out of that, then nothing wrong with that. And I remember in New Order, you kind of had to, like, can I shoot people with this thing? Yeah!
Have to recharge this thing somewhere.
I'm going to let it go. I think no! Damn. They got a little too excited and not hiding there. You bought a new house just for your game collection.
Things a little longer.
I mean, it's not just for your game collection, right? I mean, you have a growing family. You had a reason to expand. Though I wouldn't put it past you to also have, you know, the game room as a reason to get a bigger house.
Recharge this thing somewhere.
$1,200 square feet of EP. My God, that is insane. Amusingly, we when we bought the house, you know, we certainly upgraded and we got more space than what we had before. But my game room actually went down in size. I'm actually not upset about it at all. You know, I was able to still make like a loft that I really enjoy. There was a mix of downsizing for the for financial reasons when shit hit the fan last year. But that also allowed me to kind of like reevaluate and see if I really needed all the games I had, and I was able to unload a good chunk of games. Sometimes I still think about like downsizing more, but I'm actually getting to a point where I look at the games I have on the shelf and I really can't think of much else where I'd be like, yeah, I can get rid of that right now. Maybe in the future, but I'm pretty happy with the games I've downsized. There are still some things I probably wouldn't mind getting rid of that are just going to be a royal pain in the ass to unload, though, like the Miracle Piano. My god, I really don't know what I'm going to do with that thing, but I'll figure it out. Looked it up, and apparently you were in an alternate timeline. In my game, it assumed a different guy survived the first game. That's why my guy got cut by the axe and your dude got disarmed. Oh, okay. So my the selection we had at the beginning to save either Wyatt or Fergus did have a consequence in those cutscenes. So that's pretty cool. That actually stems all the way back to the first, not the first, but you know, stems back to New Order, where you do have that choice in the story to save one of them. Damn, that ran out of ammo fast. Someone's shooting me with a little pea shooter, and I can't seem to figure out who. Yeah. Figured it out. I thought I had hit that crate. So, let's see. Frank has recently experienced EP shrinkage. Yes, sadly my EP has been in the pool. So they would say. It's like a frightened turtle right now. You'd be interested in the miracle if it is boxed. Mine is loose, and sadly, doesn't have like the legit NES cable. Oh, I don't even think. No, it definitely doesn't have the original power adapter for it either. just found it like at a random flea market in Sunrise one day. And then to connect it to the NES, what I actually did was I had an NES controller that was kind of being a little finicky, and I wound up just getting a serial port from like Radio Shack, and just kind of not even soldering it. I just kind of like, you know, put it together with the ports and use the hot glue gun, just so that way if I ever wanted to put the NES controller back together again, I could just remove the hot glue and have an NES controller again. But it works well. I've certainly used it numerous times. It's been fun, but I just have no need for a Miracle Piano, and it is bulky as hell, man. I was so hyped up to get it, but now it just takes up a shitload of space in the closet. I was in the pool! Exactly, Molly. Nazis, man. They don't appreciate trying to interact with people on the street. Howdy, Deebs. Hope you're having a good night. What is a miracle? So miracle pianos were created for I believe they were compatible with the NES, the SNES, and the Genesis. It was a piano, like a like a keyboard that you could hook up to your console. Each console had their respective cartridge that you could pop in, and then use the keyboard as a means to play. And it was just it was like a learning tool for the keyboard. So it was like, Nintendo teaches piano and stuff. It's actually kind of nifty. I did play around with it a lot. And it works well. Even with my little funky hack that I did. It's just really bulky, and I have another keyboard that's just a regular keyboard that I can play. And I have no need for two keyboards in my life. A shitty piano for the NES and Sega. It's actually not too bad. I mean, it's not a full-size keyboard. But, for the means of being edutainment and, being like a thing to learn on, it's not too bad. I've certainly played worse keyboards in my life than the Miracle. Ah, the one-handed man is back.
Hey, they have to go!
Hold up. Let's go.
Talking about insurance for non-work related reasons. That's never fun, Deeves. Blazkowicz looks a little bit like Josh if he was, you know, rugged and
Stop fidgeting. You want something for the pain?
a gun-toting
Get
man.
on with it, man. Now listen up. Caroline had a plan.
Yes, the liberation of the United States of America.
Caroline wanted to free the US and use it as a stepping stone to liberate the rest of the world. Come fuck or high water, this is what we're gonna do. For Caroline.
I like the little Bambi the dude's got on his vest.
Wasn't for this Nazi traitor, we'd all be dead by now. We owe
Looks
her,
like
so
Jake
we can't
Gyllenhaal.
kill her. Unless she fucks us over.
So are you saying that Josh looks like Jake Gyllenhaal?
Und I'm not a Nazi. Not anymore.
Caroline.
He looks too buff to be Jake Gyllenhaal.
American resistance cell in New York City. The only way we move forward. Caroline's plan is to build alliances with U.S. resistance groups and mobilize the people for a revolt.
Depth charges!
What in the name of Satan's bloody ass is happening?
You're not suggesting Josh looks like Jake
Multiple
Gyllenhaal.
surface breaches.
It's Frau fucking Engel. Will someone care to tell me how the fuck she found us? Well, speak up.
Someone inside your U-boat is transmitting your position.
That is bloody marvelous.
The Ausmerzer has been receiving messages from someone inside your boat. That's how we found you.
Fucking who? Section F. Fucking what?
Yes, hopefully you are not drinking and driving, but you can certainly appreciate the two on separate occasions.
There it is, Section F.
But there is no Section F. The maps are not accurate. We've looked and there is no door there.
What if there is? What if someone is hiding in there transmitting that signal?
You want to investigate? I'm gonna have to go have a lie down.
Kindle, come. Must be here. Move this locker. Astonishing.
What do you see? Welded shut from the other side.
Higgle, hey! Look to me! Use this! Fergus came to me with some thoughts for improvement. I tinkered with it a little.
Thanks, I miss the old girl. I will open this when you are done, big man.
As an insurance agent, I approve of the reverse order. Yes, absolutely. As not an insurance agent, I also approve of the reverse order.
Charges will rupture our hull. We've made a mistake. On the floor plan, Section F just looks like a little laundry room. We looked for it when we first searched the U-boat after you captured it, but we didn't see the entrance door. And with all the things we were worrying about back then, I suppose we didn't bother looking too closely. But now I've re-examined the floor plan, and there's a reference to a completely
All my
different
tickets
document.
are for speeding.
The
I like
engineering map
speed.
of Section F. I'll report back as soon as I find it.
I think I got my first ticket within like the first 2 weeks of me having a license in my car, and it wasn't even like a moving violation or anything. I just had like little LED lights on my windshield wiper. And in Florida, it's illegal to have, at least it was back in, like 2002. It was illegal to have blue and red LEDs outwardly in the car, since they could be confused for police officer lights. Because cops always had LEDs on their windshield wipers. So yeah, I went to a 7-Eleven, and as I was about to pull into the parking lot, cop was right next to me, and just turned on his lights and pulled me over. Still illegal. Thank you, Ben. Soldat Muller's journal. March 12th, I think, 1961. Been trapped down here for several months now. Keep thinking about Johann, a true German warrior. He was a hero, gunned down like a martyr by that big, murderous ape, Blaskowitz. People like him, communists, anarchists, degenerates. They need to be exterminated from this planet, just like the Fuhrer said. We are superior, strongest and bravest. We are not afraid of them. Earth belongs to us. I wonder how long I'll have to pee in this bucket. Not going to the toilet by the entrance to Section F in case he comes back shooting people. I will just keep peeing in here for now until help arrives. Muller. Should have just added an on-off switch and not given in to the man. Funny you mentioned that. When I actually started putting the lights when I was racing out my badass '92 Corolla, and I had accent lights on the inside of the car. I had them on and on off switch, and I did also have that linked to my hood lights. So then they were hooked up to an on and off switch. So joke's on you, man. For some reason, a bunch of people are putting blue LEDs on their cars now. Oh, this guy's about to catch me. Oh my god. This is a great upgrade to this weapon. I missed. Alright. Oh. I have run out of ammo, sadly. I don't think I've noticed people driving around Orlando with blue LEDs. But now, out of curiosity, I'm just gonna be looking around at people's lights and shit when I drive around just to see. Liz! How are you? Gemini cannot be tamed. I saw a bunch of astrological conversation going on there. I am a Cancer. The good kind of Cancer, I guess. I hope. Alex is a Cancer. Yes. Cancers unite, Alex. This isn't the brave Sherpa I remember from Senua. Get in there to eviscerate those Nazis. Doobie man, it's been a long time. How are you? Man, Senua's Sacrifice. That was a badass game. That was actually the that was the first game I beat this year, and even though I finally did uninstall it, I think anytime I see, anytime I stumble upon people playing it on Twitch, I'll certainly go and watch it for a bit, because that was just an amazing game.
William, I found the engineering map. Palace tank, nuclear warhead stockpile. Oh my god. Section F stretches along.
So that Fritz's letter. Dear Angela, my love, I'm writing this letter to you in case I don't make it out of here alive. Maybe there's a chance it will reach you. Our ship was attacked by terrorists a month ago. They killed almost everyone on the ship. They were monsters, killing indiscriminately, and managed to hide together with a group of other soldiers and Commander Fisher, who I have known for a long time and consider a dear friend. The terrorists took over the submarine and are now using it as their base. They have no idea that we are here so far. We have taken refuge to a hidden section of the ship because the terrorists are outnumbering us. And that terrorist, Blaskowitz, is on their side. Venturing out into the ship would be a suicide mission. It's been 4 weeks now. Days are passing by slowly. People are getting irritated. They want to get out, get some fresh air, something good to eat. Understandable. How's little Hubert? Miss that cute little smile of his. I bet he can walk by now, maybe even talk. That would be something to hear. I just hope I will see you again. If I don't, then remember, I will always love you and little Hubert, until the end of time. All my love, Fritz. He doesn't astrology, so he's actually watching the game.
The entire hull of the U-boat, and
I don't blame him. I really don't astrology either.
This section is gigantic.
So,
Some of it must serve as a main
I mean, I just know that I'm a
something because
Cancer,
it's
but
massive
I mean, I really don't try to follow
careful,
too much of
William.
it or believe too
No
much
telling
in
how
it.
many Nazis could be hiding in there.
Assholes in retrograde. You're good. Glad to see you're doing good, Doobie. I like how you really accentuated playthrough there in your message, Deems. But it is a great game. I know around the time that I was playing it, I think Heather was playing it. So she actually never got a chance to hang out in the stream, just because she didn't want anything spoiled. But it is a phenomenal game. I would definitely recommend, if you ever have an opportunity to play it, and do it with headphones on. Just because the voices swirling in your head really add to a whole other level of immersion. He has a spectacular ass. What? Who has a spectacular ass? Oh, Alex has a spectacular ass. I just have a big ass. I think my years of baseball did that to me. And I've got that Hispanic junk in the trunk. So... 5 bits for little Hubert. Thank you, Jesse, for the support of little Hubert. Play in the dark too. I don't totally play in the dark intentionally and go by the glow of my monitor. My game loft gets incredibly warm, and the track lights that I added makes it even warmer. I actually have, like, immediately behind me, I just have my fan just, you know, point blank and blasting me at all times just to keep me relatively cool. Why would baseball affect your ass? A whole lot of running and a whole lot of squatting and a whole lot of all sorts of other things, man. I worked my glutes playing baseball. Frank is hot. Yes, I am totally hot. I make this loft very steamy.
William, those Nazis have been surviving in there ever since you captured the U-boat 5 months ago. They must be starving and desperate. Stay safe, darling.
They still haven't found his helmet. Helmet and Gottlieb. Oh man. I think this dude's about to get royally fucked. Hopefully. Yep. Oh, shit. Oh. No, my sneakiness lasted for 1 kill at least. my god. Did you come through this? No.
William, I took a closer look at the stockpile of nuclear warheads in Section F. According to the engineering map, there's dozens of warheads in there. Let's hope the Nazis haven't tampered with them.
I'm 90% sure one of my Mormon family members sold their soul for me to end up with a man. That is a hell of a sacrifice. Hey, but you never know, man. Sometimes you find that one person that changes your opinion on things, so... Maybe that just adds to Alex's specialness. Yes! Now I can chuck a third hatchet at people. To be fair, some guys are absolute dildos. Very true, my friend. I could have gone through there. You know, I'm so used to wearing my glasses. I go to wipe it, I'm not used to, I kind of go, like, underneath, expecting, oh my god. Expecting to have something to block me, but...
Don't think I'm gonna make it.
Due to the glow of the monitor, I try to remove my glasses whenever I play.
With your grace.
Come on, I saw inspect. There we go. Spock in der Sonne. Franca's postcard. Oh my god. Why? Why am I getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden? My dearest Hans. You should see this. The American colonies is a paradise. I am staying at a hotel in Honolulu. It's beautiful, and the locals are friendly to me. The glory of the Reich has truly blessed this place. Still, when I take the girls out to the harbor to buy ice cream and I see all the U-boats and ships coming back to port, I think of you, my love. Ah, remembering how proud you were when you got stationed on Eves Hammer. I hope you are safe out there and that I can be in your arms again soon. The girls wonder if you have seen a mermaid yet. I miss you, all my love, Franca. Alright, give me one quick moment. I don't know why I suddenly got very teary-eyed. I'm just gonna go, like, wash my eye right quick. I have a feeling I know what it is, but just in case it's almost like a quick, clear eyes moment, I guess. No, not starting soon. I am not starting soon. I will be right back. I have to get used to my little macros. There we go. Please stand by. Alright, I'm back. That was quick. I think part of it has to do that I had to re-season my cast iron, my Dutch oven. So of course, you know, the oven is set to like 500 degrees while that thing is seasoning. And maybe it got a little smoky since I have the joys of having a loft. You lost a ton yourself. 315, 245. I remember, John, when you lost a shitload of weight. That was freaking awesome, man. I'm glad to see it's stayed off as well for you. Fear boners are almost as good as angry boners. Down to 229 from 242. That's awesome, Jesse. Soda's our #1 way to lose weight. Yes, I agree. Soda really does put a number on people's weight. I think we've done pretty good in terms of limiting the soda that we get. We really don't drink too much of it. What is that? It's like a lollipop. But sometimes you just want that fizziness, you know. I've tried doing LaCroix or LaCroix, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Which aren't bad. Sometimes they keep they hit that urge that you're looking for. Commandant Fisher's note: keep your voices down, men. When we talk in here, we talk using small words. We do not want to risk any sound of us being here leaking out into the other parts of the submarine. Just think what would happen if he comes in here. I do not need to remind you what happened last time. It was a right slaughter. Try to send some kind of message to the Oberkommando where we are so they can rescue us. Until then, everyone sit calm and quiet and do not rock the boat. Communicate using written notes. Use voice only if you absolutely have to. Pass this note along. Commander Fisher. Size 0 with triple D boobs. My god, Molly. I agree. I think John just said stupid. Yeah, I would have to say that's certainly stupid. I have a friend that lost 120 plus pounds on Weight Watchers. He's got it down so well that he actually has to drink the occasional sugared soda in order to keep close to the points he needs to have. Yeah, man. I think Weight Watchers of any of the of like the diets and stuff like that people do is probably the one that's most effective, because you really don't limit what the person can eat in the sense that you're telling them what you can and can't eat. It just certainly makes them more conscious of the decisions that they make, which hopefully leads to better decisions in the future, provided they want to see that change happen. La Croix is pronounced overpriced water. So I went with Joss to like we went to this clothing store in Waterford that I guess is more geared for like plus-sized individuals. But the thing that's really confusing there is that, like, you know, they're like I guess size 0 starts at what is normally, like, let's say a size, I don't know, because I really don't like follow women's sizes too much, but let's say like a size 14, and then you go from there. But I think that totally breaks up, you know, what you're trying to, or like what you normally go shopping for clothes. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, I think it makes it insanely confusing. There's a ladder over there. Hopefully, that can get me to where I need to go. Alright. Torrid. Yes. Thank you, Deebs. That is Torrid. Ah, there we go. Ladder. Have a good night, Molly. Thank you for hanging out. I mean, LaCroix and sparkling water are basically the same thing, no? I mean, I guess, shit.
Eindringlinge, Wartungsschach! Brauche Verstärkung!
Nazi radio room ahead. Gotta find a way in.
I mean, I guess it's like LaCroix is just name brand sparkling water. I had also done like Zephyr Hills has some sparkling water, like a cherry lime one that's pretty delicious. I couldn't take like the size of the bottles that they were putting in, and I'd rather have like the smaller, just like regular sized cans that LaCroix was in. But LaCroix aren't bad. Depending on the flavor you get. Some of them do just kind of taste like ass. I saw something to inspect. Where are you? There you are. Unknown Commandant's Journal. Day 13. Holed up in here for almost 2 weeks now, like rats on our own U-boat. Sketch out a plan with Commandant Fisher. That degenerate terrorist surprised us, but we are soldiers of the Reich. Bred in battle and forged in combat. We will get out of here and eradicate these subhumans for good. Day 39. Looks like we will be in here for a while. There are too many for us to handle right now. We are low on ammo, too much risk involved. Fisher will try to get communication systems working. Day 54. The men are getting desperate. The air is getting stale. Pungent. It stings the nostrils. My uniform itches. I try to sleep, but I wake up every minute, sometimes by the men screaming from their awful nightmares. Many of them have seen things no man should see. Day 85. Rations are running low. Some of the men have started hallucinating. Fritz was trying to write to his mom this morning. Problem is that she's been dead for 10 years. Must keep a lookout for the rest to make sure none of them loses it completely. It would be of no use for us if we have to fight the terrorists. Johann will go find some spare parts from the communication system. Day 98. I'm losing my mind. Cleaned my uniform 5 times already and it still itches. We'll need to take it off. When we are rescued, I will put it back on so I can look respectable during the awards ceremony. Day, I lost count. Fisher managed to get their communication system working. He has sent messages to Obercommander. This is it. They will rescue us. Never lose faith in the Reich. Day, question mark? What is Commandant Fisher thinking? He welded himself in the control room with a communication system. Paranoid. Accusing us of trying to interfere with the transmission. He has completely lost it. The men are saying they heard some commotion by the Section F entrance. Probably nothing. They're all just angry water. Yeah, I could see sparkling water as angry water. Don't burp sparkling water out your nose. Yeah, I've been there before. It feels awful. Lemon or lime flavor isn't bad. Orange is also not a bad LaCroix flavor. But I think like once you start getting to like the really fancy things, I'm just like, no, no more of that. Most enema lovers keep it to themselves.
Thank you, William. The housemaster is losing track of us now. Find your way back to the locker room. Bombate will let you out of there.
I'm not sure what happened there. But I chucked a grenade and killed someone, so definitely a plus. Yep, I did not mean to fall, but I probably do not want to shoot the electric gun while swimming in the water. Ah, tequila lover, man. I think tequila is one of the alcohols I just will not touch, man. But more power to you if you can take that. Yeah, not too bad.
Should get out of here now.
Not a charging station. No, that's a charging station. Hey, John. Thank you for hanging out, man. Good to see you. No, exit level.
Well done, Blaskowitz. Come. Everyone is gathered.
Like that. A life. felt. All the shit they've gone through. All of it gone.
Is it me or does Blazkowicz looks wimpier? Well, I mean, he was bedridden for like 5 months and kicking ass in a wheelchair, and then was in his power armor right now. So maybe he lost some mass while being bedridden.
Darling, take as much time as you need, but at some point, can you please go see Sid at his workshop so he can check up on you? I worry about your health. And I better eat something before I pass out.
Set. He knows as well as I do. What I got, he can't cure.
Okay, Max. It's time.
Makes us.
Oh, he's got a pig now.
Max, why you look so glum? I know you like Rosa, but this is the natural order of things. Pig is dying so humans can eat.
Yeah, I can't,
We have run out of food for her.
Star card. Peter Gull.
We only have little food left. No plenty food.
I mean, maybe they kind of explained it in, during the intro, why,
Max sure likes his crayons.
why he was bedridden. I think maybe we were conversating and totally not paying attention to that recap. From Klaus to Max. That way. Yep. Bad habit of hitting
This is
the.
a good home for us, Caroline.
Another star card. Isabel Williams.
You always made the right call.
Hello.
Maybe he needs more bacon. There's no such thing as too much bacon. No, right? Ah, Seth's lab. Seth's diary. April 5th. What a lovely day. People have been asking me all kinds of questions about the damn it. This game is full of things I can't pronounce. The Dachikun. They try to understand, I see. They try to understand. I see this, but it is a challenge for them. I must speak like a child to them. Leave out the complex, esoteric stuff. The Thingy is an ancient mystical organization. We existed before the major religions of the world. We think hard, do math, and build the things to contact God. That sort of thing. I was sworn in as a boy chick, and I too had a difficult time truly understanding the Thingy. No, we do not want to control the world. No, we do not want to destroy the planet with superior technology. Yes, the Thingy is open to anyone with a curious mind who wants to reach God. But didn't you make clocks, Mr. Setroth? No, yes, sometimes. Watchmaker was my cover long ago, before the war. Ah well, maybe they will understand it all eventually. Now, sleep beckons me. I must submit. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I was a bunch of organs and I got shot to hell, I'd kind of resent that too. Caroline's note. Set. Here's my list of possible resistance locations, as you asked. Manhattan, a radioactive wasteland. Oh, it's like that right now anyways. Perhaps. But the information Juna discovered in Paris says Nazis have suffered losses in the area, which can only be explained by the presence of resistance groups. Where? Written in Set's handwriting, must be somewhere higher up to avoid the radiation on ground level. We'll investigate. New Orleans. The name Horton comes up frequently in the Nazi intel from Paris. We know NO is a ghetto where the Nazis place American dissidents and other unwanted elements of their society. Juno's resistance friend from Paris, Dmitri, he had a relative who may be part of the New Orleans resistance. The Appalachian Mountains. There is not much known about this. Nazis have captured several possible resistance members in the area, but have not found anything. If there are groups here, they may be dormant for now. If we manage to start a revolution in America, maybe they will wake up and join us. That is what I have. More details are in the information Juna gave me, of course. Come and see me if you want to know more, Caroline. Another theory, based on later cutscenes, is that BJ has gone through a goddamn head transplant and his new body is still healing. That is certainly unique. I had not seen that.
In sad times, I like to listen to music. Do you like music, Herr Blazkowicz?
Arab Blazkowicz. More star cards. Fred start. Seth's note concerning Caroline's power suit. The armor Caroline wears is, I must say, beyond fascinating. Such details, such craftsmanship. Almost flawless in execution. A truly fantastic example of Thingy's engineering. Can't even stop looking at it whenever I am around Caroline. Well, well. Created maybe around the 18th century. Very difficult to pinpoint an exact date. I did hear about this when I was a little boy chick from stories told by the elders. Even a klutz could wear this and become the greatest athlete in the world. The engineers hid encrypted messages inside the lining of the suit, which I have been trying to decipher, but I have bupkis so far. Anyway, we'll return to it one day if I have the time. Yes, no spoilers, please, Ben.
What the hell is that thing? This is not the thing, Simpson. This is not the thing. This is the body of a squirrel monkey and the head of my beloved Siamese cat. Shoshana, look at you. She's not gonna do anything to you. He's a good one. You see, I found Shoshana hunting for rats in the reactor room when we captured the U-boat. A few months later, she was dying.
So it's a monkey with a cat's head on it.
When I stumbled upon this practically brain-dead monkey chewing on a blasting cap, and please do me a favor, Mr. Blazkowicz, lower your axe. You're making me nervous. This is not only my favorite animal. This is most probably my most significant scientific achievement. Yes, you are significant. You hungry? Here's a fish cake. You see, in order to do a cross-species head transplant, you need to A, bridge the spinal column. She's okay. B, harmonize otherwise totally recalcitrant biological system, respiratory and circulatory.
Okay, I get it. Spare me the science mumbo jumbo.
What am I doing? I'm like an old kachka who had such a long day, and I'm sorry. Let's see. You want something for the sleep, Ingela?
No, I just need to keep busy.
Distractions, huh? No, I understand. We all grieve in different ways, but I have a perfect distraction for you, Ingela. Look, a few days ago, Anya asked me to make a shooting range for the fighters on board. It's almost finished, but I was experimenting with an old German drone for target practice when suddenly this verkackte machine went Adolf Hitler on me, started running Michigan in there. So, I had to lock it inside. Do you mind going in there and destroying the drone? And feel free to try my shooting range. Tell me how you like it. No, just come back, give me your thoughts when you're done. Okay?
Okay, I'll have a look.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Neutralize the drone. Alright. This will probably be as good a time of any to
Please take care of the drone running amok in the shooting range. Thank you very much.
to be a stopping point for the evening. But I'm digging it. I can enjoy this game. I mean, I really like New Order, so you know, I really didn't think I would be disappointed with New Colossus. But I will be picking this up again next week. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I think we had a pretty awesome crowd for tonight. for my debut Tuesday, where I will be regularly streaming Wolfenstein on a weekly basis now for you all. So tomorrow we've got Heather coming up with some more Franbo, which I think she was hoping to wrap up, but based on the feedback that Deeves was giving last night, it seems like, or the night before, it seems like maybe she's still got some more time to go on that. So at least she'll be progressing through Frambo tomorrow. Then Thursday, hopefully we have Jesse coming up with some more Super Metroid. And I think he's getting close to wrapping that up. So that'll be awesome. And then Friday, you actually come right back to me, where we'll be doing our fan appreciation stream. And I will be suffering mightily through the Fellowship of the Ring Part 1 text-based adventure that Liz has been so gracious to bless upon our streaming duties. So I will have certainly a lot more alcohol than what I had left in this bottle of rum to get through that Friday evening, because as I've been testing it out to make sure that it works well, my god, that is a horrific game, and I am not looking forward to it. But it should be fun, and it should definitely lead to some interesting moments. So yeah, thank you guys again. I'm Frank, Cuban Sherpa, Budaka. I'm a man of many names with the Rapscallion Brigade. So thank you guys, and have a great night.